What's going on, everybody? FJC here. Welcome back to another finals video. Today what I got for you guys is more of a discussion type video. I wanted to ask you guys what is considered the best class to use in the finals, and I'm also going to give my opinion on what the best class to use for me personally is, and based on what I've seen in the game and the best loadouts or team setups, I'm also going to give my opinion on that. And just before we get into the video, I don't usually ask for this, but if you guys could drop a sub on the channel and a like on the video, that would be greatly appreciated. Now without further ado, let's get into the topic at hand. So if you guys are not familiar with the finals, the way that the characters work in this game is there's three different classes: light, medium, and heavy. Light is the smallest class and also has the least amount of HP at 150, but it is also the fastest on the map. The medium class is a mix between the light and heavy class at 250 HP, and then you have the heavy class, which has 350 HP, but is very big, can't fit through certain vents or areas on the map, but can output a crazy amount of damage and also protect your team very well with its dome shield and mesh shield combined. So this begs the question, because there's a lot of variety within these classes, what is the best class to play for you, or what is the best class in the game in general? Me personally, I play on mouse and keyboard, and my aim is pretty snappy and pretty fast and good, if I do say so myself. And I definitely like to have fast movement around the map, but I'm not reliant on my movement to a certain extent, so that's why I personally tend to stick with the medium build. The way the light build is designed in this game, it's not designed for you to be the first person in head on. It's more designed for you to take flanks or be a late anchor to the fight so that you can go in and out, but you're not necessarily in the fight directly, so that you can have an escape plan. When it comes to the specializations on the light class, meaning your main skill that you're going to be using, for the light class, they are designed for movement or evasiveness. So far in the game, there's only 3 specializations for each class. On the light, you get a grapple hook, an evasive dash, or an invisibility cloak. And now that I've been grinding ranked daily since the game released, I can tell you what's been used on each class the most in terms of specialization and weapons. And for the light class, I definitely see the invisibility cloak at first and the dash at second, and some people do use the grappling hook, but I do not see a lot of it. When it comes to weaponry, the light class is definitely the most diverse in terms of what you can use. The light class has throwing knives, melee weapons, as well as it's the only class in the game that has a sniper and SMGs. And when using the light class, you can clearly tell once you start playing it consistently that it's very focused on using your movement to win you the gunfight. The medium class is a little different, as you can make builds directly focused for combat, or you can make builds directly focused for support and healing. I'm gonna make a video in the future about the best setups for ranked or competitive games, but the setup that my team tends to run the most in competitive is a double medium and heavy, where one medium on my team will be healing, and usually that's my boy Trunks. I'm gonna link everybody I play with in the description, so go check him out. So because he has the defibrillators and the healing gun, I tend to play a more offensive medium where I run recon, sonar grenades, gas grenades, and jump pads. When we are playing this setup, my third will usually be running heavy, and he'll usually have dome shield and mesh shield, allowing for a lot of protection, and combine that with the healing gun, it usually makes for a great trio. The medium class is the only class in the game that allows for assault rifles. You start out with the AKM, and you also have a secondary assault rifle, the FCAR, which is just the SCAR. The AKM has 36 bullets and the SCAR has 20 bullets. The SCAR does more damage than the AKM, but obviously the bullet output and the rounds per second are higher on the AKM. Now, those aren't the only weapons that you can use on the medium. They also have a pump action grenade launcher, which has 4 rounds in it and pumps like a shotgun, the riot shield, and the model 1887. Now in ranked, I have seen these other weapons used, but I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, they don't really work well at all. And usually when we go up against teams that are using the grenade launcher, the model, or the riot shield, they tend to get knocked out within the first round. Now, I'm not saying these weapons won't work at all. What I am saying is, through playing ranked, and now that I'm ranked plat 3, I haven't seen these weapons be as successful as the others. And lastly, we move on to the big boy heavy class. Now, the heavy class can be more versatile than people think it is, at least for me before I started playing it in ranked, because there are days where I have played it in ranked. You can make it a very versatile class. Now, the specializations on the heavy are the charge and slam, where you just charge through walls, and if you charge at an enemy, you do a crazy amount of damage. The goo gun, which I really don't see used at all in ranked. And lastly, the most important one in my opinion, the mesh shield. With the heavy class, you're probably going to be the first one into the fight, and you're probably going to be the first person that is targeted in the fight. This is because of the high amount of health that you have and the amount of damage that you can output. Now, an argument can be made that the light class has more DPS or damage per second than the heavy class, but what you have to really watch out for if you are playing the light class against the heavy is the heavy's RPG. The light class has 150 HP and the heavy puts out 180 damage with 1 RPG. The heavy's weaponry can be compared to the other classes in the game because you do get a grenade launcher, a melee weapon that's a sledgehammer, light machine guns, and a shotgun. One of the heavy's key gadgets is a dome shield that you can purchase, and what this does is it throws a bubble similar to Gibby's shield from Apex Legends, where enemies can't shoot into it, but you can shoot out of it. And when you combine that with the mesh shield has 1250 HP that can regenerate over a certain amount of time. So this creates a separation barrier between you and the enemies where you can shoot them and they can't shoot you, and they're almost forced to push into your shield or push behind the heavy and kill them. So guys, let me know what your preferred class or build is to use in the comment section down below. I'm gonna go ahead in the future and make a video on the best setups to use in ranked for medium, light, and heavy builds in my opinion, and I'm also going to talk about what combinations of classes they work with best. Thank you guys for all the support as of recently. The finals has brought a lot of new people to the channel, so welcome if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, much love.